Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope well. Let's see if we switch the screen correctly. Yep. I'm gonna go full screen here. Start my timer. Alright. Welcome to CodeCombat stream episode 7. We're making our way through, let's see, what are we making our way through? Go back to the map here. The backwoods forest. We're on the endangered Brawl. But before we get into this, I want to go back to what we were talking about in the previous episode on Sunday. Backwoods Brawl. I don't know if you guys remember, but I struggled with this one. And I couldn't figure out why. And I was able to figure it out. And it wasn't any coding issues, I don't believe. I mean, I'm sure it probably was. There's probably some way I could have beat it the way I was configured. But I found out that all those gems that I have collected over this whole the first 6 episodes, I had not utilized at all. I was just racking them up in this account. So I had, now I only have 66, but I had like 1,000 of them. And I can buy different attachments. So what I had to do, so I clicked on items down here, this little treasure box, and I unlocked an armor suit, and then I also unlocked a helmet. So that gave me extra go away, there we go. That gave me extra HP, I'm gonna call it, for Alejandro. And then I was able to beat this Backwoods Brawl level. So I want to show you.
Nothing to it.
So look at this cool armor. You got this big helmet on. This heavy iron helmet, plus 74 health. This armor, obsidian breastplate, plus 476 health. So I play this game, or I play this level, and I only lose like half my health now. Or I guess I should say Alejandro does. And I didn't change a thing from what we were doing. So, I mean, if you look, I'm just finding the nearest enemy, setting that to a variable enemy, and then attacking. And that's it. So if we run this, and you'll notice I have almost like 1,000 XP. And yeah, works like a charm. And you'll see once all of the other people start coming out that, like, look at this, not even impacted. He's just like, yeah, I'll take these hits. Just gonna turn around, bop you, enemy. Look at it, still have like over 3/4 left of my health. So yeah, that was the issue, I think, for me. I think we had access to all of the code that we needed, but we weren't upgrading our warrior. So there we go. Success. I'm just gonna skip this. get some more gems. I mean, I spent a bunch of them, so. But yeah. So that was Backwoods Brawl. Excuse me. So anywho, let's continue on the endangered Brawl. We're gonna use some booleans.
Of course.
Of course. And we got our new Alejandro, who's just indestructible now.
CodeCombat.
But it won't even
Over
matter
here.
because we're gonna write some good code. Ooh, Brawl. Attack, thrower, and munchkin ogres. Retreat from type ogre enemies. Learn more about your enemies by checking their type. var enemy hero, find nearest enemy, okay. If enemy equals type munchkin, attack. Okay, but we don't want to attack type pearl. Note that type is not a method like. Do not include the parentheses after type. Okay. Only attack enemies of type munchkin and thrower. Don't attack a burl. Run away from an ogre. Okay.
Stash
So
ho.
I know. Jeez, this thing's not waiting for me. Anyways. Okay, so find nearest enemy. Remember, don't attack type burl. So if it's enemy.type equals burl, then we say I'm not attacking that burl. And the type property tells you what kind of creature it is. So if you enemy.type equals munchkin, you want to attack. Excuse me. And then I'm going to say, what is this? Use if to attack a thrower. So if enemy dot type equals, oops, thrower, I said. Okay. Then we also want to attack. Yes. Yes. Right. Hero dot attack enemy. And then down here we say if enemy dot type is equal to ogre, then what are we gonna do? If it's an ogre, move XY to run away to the village gate. Okay. Where's the village gate? Is it all the way up here? Do we go to this X? Move XY to run away from the village gate. Run away to the village gate. So we're just gonna do move XY. Where are we gonna go? Village gate. I'm just gonna go right here. 2141. 2141. So these two if statements are pretty much the same except for we're changing the type of creature. So technically we could say if enemy type equals munchkin, and then there's another operator we can do. It says or, and then we could do thrower. But I don't want to jump ahead. I think we'll probably go over that later on. So we'll just leave it this way and see what happens.
Oh, bravo.
Munchkin, get him. Munchkin, get him. Burl, not attacking that thing. Thrower, yep, yep, yep. Not attacking that burl. Ogre, run away. Nice.
Obrez-vous.
Skip this. We already saw all this. Alright. Good job. Next one. What's this one called? Blind distance.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it.
CodeCombat.
Defeat the ogres. The village is too quiet. Looks like it's an ambush. The blind wizard is your only friend. The blind wizard. Is this the blind wizard? Can you guys zoom in? Oh, I already am. Can you see? The blind wizard right here. He's my only friend out here. But he is a really powerful mage. I think that's how you pronounce that. Hopefully. You will be the spotter for him. Watch for ogres and say the distance for any incoming. The wizard's powers are limited. Use them only when you see an ogre. Use the predefined function that finds the nearest enemy and returns the distance to it, or 0 if no enemy. You can use this function result in your code if you store it in a variable. Alright, let's start this. It's gonna be a cool one, I think. So we're gonna have to tell the wizard the distance to the coming ogres. So this first function finds the nearest enemy and returns the distance to it. So nearest enemy distance. Find nearest enemy. If there is no enemy, the function returns 0. If enemy result hero dot distance to enemy return result. Okay. So while true, call nearest enemy distance and save the result in the variable enemy distance. Okay, so that's what we're doing right here. And then we say if the enemy distance is greater than 0. So if enemy distance is greater than 0, which means there is an enemy present, say the value of the enemy distance variable. Oh, I think they want me to, there we go. So we're gonna, what is it, say, hero.say message is, and we're gonna input enemy distance in there, like that. Say the value of enemy distance variable. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what happens. Whoa.
Obrez-vous.
Look at that.
Obrez-vous.
That's pretty sweet. Oh, we missed him. No, wait. Missed him again.
Obrez-vous. Obrez-vous. Obrez-vous.
Is this what a mage attack is?
Obrez-vous.
I'm not sure. That's pretty sweet though. Alright, submit this thing. Alright, continue. Oh, back over here. Taunting.
Nothing to it.
Sounds fun.
CodeCombat.
Oh, there's a bunch of landmine bombs. You can easily defeat munchkins, but for brawlers, we've prepared some traps. If you see a brawler type ogre, then just call it. Say anything. You can distinguish ogres by their type property. Munchkin's type is Munchkin, Brawler's type is Brawler. Okay, I'm a little confused. Attack Munchkins, call Brawlers, ignore Burls. Okay. So this function defines the hero's behavior about enemies. So function deal enemy. So if enemy type is Munchkin, then we want to attack it. So we'll do here to attack enemy. Right here we'll do if enemy dot type is equal to Brawler. Oh, we need quotes around there. Quote and quote. End of parentheses. Curly braces. Then say something to call the Brawler. Should we say, hey? Hey, dude. What's up, dude? I want to say sup. I want to say hey. You're boring. What's up, dude? And then while true. So we want to ignore burls. So hopefully that's what we're doing here. While true, bar enemy, hero, find nearest enemy, if enemy, deal with enemy, else move 30, 34, which I'm guessing is right here. Okay. Let's run it. So we got Munchkins. Sup, dude? Step on these bombs, boy. Those things are huge. See you, bait. Hopefully you don't have another one. I was gonna say, we don't have another wall of bombs. Nice. Alright. Sup, dude works. It must not like that word. It must not like being called dude. Alright. Next one. Hit and freeze.
Of course.
Of course.
CodeCombat.
Ooh, this one looks interesting. Defeat 5 or more ogres. You are caught in a trap. Yep, that looks very painful. Wait until the ogres are close, then attack, or you'll injure yourself. Functions can return a value, including a Boolean value, true or false. Use this code if an ogre is in attack range. Ooh, in attack range. So we're gonna have a function in attack range. We'll pass in enemy as an argument or parameter. Var distance equals hero.distance to enemy. If distance is less than or equal to 3, return true because the enemy is in range. Else return false because the enemy is out of range. Makes sense. Okay, so you're trapped, don't move. It'll be painful. Oh my goodness, I'm bleeding. This function checks if the enemy is in your attack range. So that's what we just went through. Attack ogres only when they're within reach. While true, find the nearest enemy and store it in a variable. So we've done that before. Var enemy equals go. I was hoping it could help me out. Find nearest enemy. And then call in attack range with the enemy as the argument. Save the result as a variable. Can attack. Okay. So var can attack equals, what is it? Call in attack range in attack range. We're going to pass in enemy as the argument. And then if can attack is true, then we can do attack. So this kind of confused me when I was first learning programming. I think it'll work here, but for this if condition, when you're checking like true or false or Boolean values, you don't have to say can attack if can attack equals true. You can just say if can attack. It's like an existence check. So if can attack is basically checking if it's true, and if it's false, it won't exist, or like it won't run. This if state won't run. Now if we wanted to check if it was false, we could add a not here. Whoops. This if not can attack. So if you can't attack, then it would attack, but that's not what we want. So let's see if this works. I think it should be fine, but let's run it. Yeah, there we go. It worked. Hopefully it worked. I was still getting hurt, but I think that was right. I mean, I wasn't supposed to be moving, so I wouldn't get hurt, but I was still getting injured. Anyways, pretty sure that's right. Salted Earth. Let's see here.
Nothing to it.
For some reason when I said salted earth, I thought of salted caramel. Yummy. Goals. Gather all the coins. Okay. Defeat all the ogres. Gather all of the coins. Defeat all of the ogres. Alright. This level introduces the concept of the Boolean OR. See? I knew we were going to talk about this later. This OR thing. Placing an OR between two Boolean values will return a single Boolean value, much like plus takes two numbers and spits out another number. Spits out another number. Or returns true. If either the value before or after is true or false, sorry, I read that really weird. Or returns true if either the value before or after is true. Or false if both are false. So, if they're both false, it'll be false. So basically, this is what it's saying. Here.say false. Here.say false or true. And if there's one true value, it's going to be true. Here.say true or false, going to be true. Here.say true. This is kind of confusing when I first learned this, but let's see how they incorporate this stuff. So it says, ogres are attacking a nearby settlement. Be careful though, for the ogres have sown the ground with poison. Gather coins and defeat the ogres, but avoid the burrows and the poison. Okay. So, avoid the burrows and the poison. So while true, var enemy, find the nearest enemy. If enemy.type munchkin or enemy.type thrower, hero.attack. So this is what I was talking about like 2 or 3 levels ago. I did write it a little wrong. I didn't include enemy.type the second time, which is what I should have done. Okay, so then if it's a munchkin or thrower, we're going to attack var item hero.find nearest item, and then we're going to check to make sure the hero doesn't pick up poison. So if item's type is gem or coin, so if item dot type is equal to gem, and this is where we use our or, item dot type is equal to what is it, coin. Oops. Then, whoops, let's get back up here. Then we're going to, oopsies. Okay. Then move and pick it up. Okay. So we move. How do we move? I mean, I know how we move. If item.type is equal to gem or item.type is equal to coin, then move and pick it up. Okay. So we can move X, Y. Is this where we have to do the dynamic thing? Where we'd say, what was it? It was like item, it was like item X and then item Y. But we had to define those somehow, right? And then picking up, is there a pickup function or a pickup thing? Let's see what move. The move sets the hero's target position to the given XY coordinates and also sets the hero's action to move and moves until reaching the destination. Let's just try XY. I don't think it'll work. I think we have to actually define XY, but we'll see. Yep. See, right there. Okay. Yep. I know. Let's see what the move. Does it show us it? If the item is a gem or coin, then move to pick it up. Okay. What was that? The way we defined where the thing was. Because we can't just assume it's going to be right here all the time. Let's go back. Where was it at?
Not a problem.
Just wanna see. Was this it? No, this wasn't it. I think it was before this. Leave it to Cleaver.
Not a problem.
See if there's this one.
CodeCombat.
We did this somewhere. No, not this one. Back. Friend and foe.
Not a problem.
CodeCombat.
Stisha ho.
Didn't do it here either. I don't know where
Nothing
we
to
did
it.
CodeCombat.
Maybe it was this one. Oh, this one's
Lurber,
close.
Stisha ho.
We did move here, but
Lurber ka.
we didn't dynamically find it. Coin crumbs? I think I did this one.
Nothing to it.
Or is this the one?
CodeCombat.
That was the last one I did. Okay, this is what it was. Yes. So you have to find item.position. This stores the item's position or position in a variable. Okay. And then you can put the XY coordinates of the item into variables. This is what we did. And then you moved there. Alright, I'm gonna copy this whole thing. This is what we want right here. I remember we did it. Alright,
Not a problem.
let's play this thing.
CodeCombat.
Start. I can't believe it didn't tell me. Is that an error? No. It just didn't tell me. Okay. So if it's a gem or a coin, we're gonna move to pick it up. So let's see if this fits. So we're gonna do, yeah, so if item type is gem or item type is coin, then move to pick it up. This stores the item's position or position in a variable. So we do item.pos to item position, and then we put the x and y coordinates of the item into the variables. So then we do hero.item equal hero, not hero, gosh, item position.x equals item x, and item position.y equals item y, and then we just, whoops, hero.move that thing, and then I'm assuming that picks it up, hopefully. Nice. Nice. Find nearest item. Nice. Attack enemy. Find nearest item. Get all the coins. Attack enemy. Find the nearest item. Don't attack the burls, please. Those things look crazy. Attack the enemy. Find the item. Don't pick up the poison. Is it gonna give me a gem or is it all gonna be coins? Because I put gem in there. Be a real disappointment if there wasn't any gems. And there's not. Oh well. Alright, we'll skip this because that one was kind of long. Alright. Good amount of gems though gained. That's good. Remember, poison you drink, toxins you touch. Okay. Alright. I think my timer's up, so I'm gonna call it a night here. Or a day, or an episode, wherever, whenever, whatever you're watching. But thanks for tuning in. Like always.